Hi, it's Richard the nurse from No More Earwax. Somebody has asked for a little behind the scenes tour of the clinic and what goes on, the tools we use, and also how we make videos, which I'll attach to the end of this video as a separate clip, but I think you find it really interesting, so stay tuned to that one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to take you on a little tour. As soon as you come in, here's my desk, my little setup there. I've actually got two monitors here. There's normally a third one there. That would normally be where my laptop is. There's a reason why that's not there. I will show you that later. So this screen there, we project the patient's ear onto before and after the procedure. Also have a TV here. Now, the reason I put it there is because that's the kind of area that I want people to look at. So keep them distracted, I want to keep them still. I've actually got CBeebies on at the moment, which is a kids TV show, because I think I've got some children in next, so that helps to distract them. Who is it at the moment? Swashbuckle. Swashbuckle chair! Now, that'll mean nothing to anybody who hasn't got children in the UK, but my kids used to love Swashbuckle, all about pirates. Why are pirates always drunk? Because they are! Anyway, dad joke of the day. I asked my daughter to draw me a picture years ago when she was little, and she came up with this. She's very random, my daughter. She's ended up coming up with something that looks like a bit of a Salvador Dali picture. Anyway, so that's that. That's my desk. Most important thing on my desk is my brew, complete with a couple of tea stain rings at the top of it. Certificates. Everyone gets certificates. All the little people this is, and stickers, vouchers, something to clean now with, and a printer. Then this is my endoscope. Now, this is what we use to record all the procedures on. So that's what it looks like there. That's the thing that goes inside or just outside the ear, and it projects an image onto the screen like that, which you can see. So I'll try and zoom in there, and you press the circle to record, and the two lines at the bottom and one at the side adjust the light setting, make it lighter or darker, or adjust the focus as well. Fantastic piece of kit. It's really handy. Before that, a couple of business cards there. We used to use these, which are microscopes that you put over the eyes. So that's a light on the end of it, and those little they're the binoculars. They help you zoom in, and you wear that on your head. This is Bob's hat, which actually belongs to a patient who left it here, and I can't get hold of him. It's always 11 o'clock in our clinic, because I can't be bothered changing the battery. It's a big diagram of the ear. Now, this really helps when I'm trying to explain things to patients as to what the problem is, because very often it's not wax, it might be something else that I have to explain to them. So it's really good if I point to the area where the problem is, say the problem's here in the middle ear or the eustachian tube, which is not uncommon. So here is where the patient sits in their procedure chair. It's actually a barber's chair, a hairdresser's chair. I didn't want it to look too clinical, but it's really comfy. That's where the patient's relatives, if they brought anybody with them, sits. Down here, this is my portable kit. It's not only packed away, looking a bit neater, but all my gear I keep in there, and that's the portable suction machine, which sounds like a motorbike. Not as powerful as the other one, but still pretty handy. Sink for washing, keeping all my cleansing stuff and what have you. Keep all our spare parts in that little cupboard there. Every medical place has certificates, doesn't it? Just to prove you are who you say you are, that you're as qualified as you're making out. That's always handy. These quick glimpse of outside. Nice little sunflowers, not real, completely fake. Not sponsored by Clear, but I do use their olive oil. These things are for unblocking the tube. If the suction tube gets blocked, we just shove that in the end of it, and that helps to unblock it. Off we got over there. I've got a chemist who does very well out to me if I run out of stuff. And there's also a pub. I can't say I've ever been in, but I believe it's quite nice. Here is my procedure trolley. Keep all the spare parts, spare tubes and what have you in there. This is the irrigator, which I've not got a thing attached on the bottom of it, but there's normally a little tube that comes out at the end of there. Then that squirts water out of it, and it's kept in that tank there. So here is all the tools we use. Now, you'll recognise a lot of these, but you won't appreciate the size. Now, these are specular. When you're using the endoscope, you don't need to use these. Sometimes when you're using the microscopes over the eyes, they're handy to use, because if someone's got really hairy ear canal, they can help to push the hairs out of the way, make it easier to see. these are just little caps, because there's a little video otoscope here. Now this thing I can just put in the patient's ear, and that projects it to the giant screen that you've seen behind you, so they can see the before and after. I've shown the video of it on the endoscope too. So here's the tools. That's a standard size Zolman tube, bit of perspective. There's my hand. There's the fine end, which that attaches onto the end of that. And here's the other tool. So we've got the crocodile forceps there. And then we've got the Jobson horn, the Rosen inserter, and the hook. Again, bit of perspective. They are tiny, teeny, tiny. And when I'm doing the videos, as I said, stay tuned for the other one. This is what I can see in front of me. This is my studio. So what we have a little selfie light stick thingy there. Don't quite know what they're called, not doing with the kids, me. And my phone goes in that little holder. It's the phone I'm holding, that's why there's not one in there. And that records me while I am watching it on this one. Let me just get this up here. So yeah, that's actually another video I'm in the process of making at the moment, but I can press play. This one I'm just editing it. Actually, this is the one that I'm going to upload on the end of this one. So I'm watching it on there. Oh, shut up you. There you go. Right, I'm watching it on here while it's recording me on there. So that's why it sometimes doesn't look like I'm looking at you, because I'm not recording it through the device that I'm watching it on. So it's I keep trying to look up, but if I'm not looking straight at you, that's why. Now there's no expense spared here in the clinic. I have a fancy keyboard laptop stand for my little studio, and it is the bin. It's the bin. I couldn't think of anything, but there was a procedure trolley, but I'd have to move everything off it, but the height wasn't quite right. So what I've done, I've put a little box underneath that, which is a box of cleaning solution. It's a proper cheapskate me. Use these. What are these for? That's to press go to start the camera recording. That's a Bluetooth receiver for the microphone here, which I attach to me. Now, just about make out behind that, this is the suction machine. This is called a Hospivac. This is by far the best suction machine, I think, going on the market. Again, not sponsored by them. This is how it works. You pop it on there, and this is the tank. Are you ready for this? Look away now if you're not like the tank shot. There you go. Just under a week's worth in there. Pretty grim, I know. So yeah, let me take this off here. So the suction machine has all this tubing attached to the tank there, and then you attach the standard size tube on the end of that. Give you a rough idea of the power. I'll need to take that tube off. But rough idea how powerful it can be. It can hold your finger like that. And you'll hear that noise. Now what you'll notice, when I'm not moving sometimes, is to wait for the power. So let me put that next to it there. You can see that power there, whereabouts it's hovering. When I close it up, you see it goes up. So that means the power is increasing because you blocked it. Take it off, power comes back down. So that's why sometimes you see this procedure. Why is it not moving? It's not moving at all. That's because you're waiting. Let me turn that off. That's because you're waiting for that full seal, and then you can start to pull it out once you've got that full seal and the power has started to increase. So stay tuned, and I will just briefly, a couple of minutes anyway, play you a video which I'll have posted separately somewhere else, and that video will show you how we technically make the videos. Now, I'm a massive technophobe, I'm rubbish with all kinds of technology, because I'm just an old fuddy-duddy who doesn't understand a lot of it, but I've managed to figure this out, obviously. So I'm going to play that to you now. I hope you enjoyed this bit, quick behind the scenes tour. Stay tuned for the next bit, and I'll see you later. Take care, bye-bye. Hello, just thought I would show you how we make the videos, a little behind the scenes tour. This is where the magic happens, so to speak. And I thought you might be interested in this. So what happens is this software here, it's called CapCut. It's a fantastic, I'm not sponsored by them, but it's a really good app, even for a technophobe like me. So as you can see, what I can do there, if you keep your eye on the cursor there, I import all the clips from the endoscope. So you've got various little clips there. Now you can shorten them, you can drag them to where you want them to go. And so there, what I'm doing, I'm just getting the wax plug shot, put that at the end there. And yeah, it's really user friendly, I really like it. A lot of time and effort goes into these. and there's the logo at the end. So I'm just going to go to the end there, drag that, and quickly play it just to check that it looks okay and it's in the right proportion, which it is. So what I'm also doing here is checking that the circle that you can see is in the right position, because for different formats you need to put it into different positions. Now what's it missing? Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome. Yep, it's missing me. So let's grab me there, put me on top, and then I'm a bit too big there, so let's shrink me, put me to the side. And then this is the feature that's great. You can just press this button here, which is called Auto Cutout. And as you see, it removes the background.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning. It takes a while to do that, but that's what removes the background. So what we're also missing now is the little logo that sits in the corner. How long do we want it to go on for? Let's put it on the whole video there. Again, shrink it down, grab it, put it where we want it to go.
Good evening and welcome.
Good evening and welcome to everyone. Yep. And then for a different format, for example, if we wanted to go to TikTok, you go to the other different shape there, the rectangle. I think one's 16 by 9, the other's 9 by 16. So we need to move things about here. So I'm a bit little in there, so let's make me a little bit bigger. There we go. 73, my name's Richard. There you go. Just check that plays okay. And that's how we do it. So then we save it to the desktop and post it. Yeah, like I said, a lot of time and effort goes into these. So I hope you appreciate the time and effort. I know a lot you do. But if you feel like following the channels, subscribe to them, I would really appreciate it to show your appreciation for all the work that goes on behind the scenes. But thanks for watching that. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.